You're gonna feel this one because I think this might be the first time I've been able to talk openly about what's been happening inside my body these past few months. And honestly, this one has layers. Because there's a moment in MS recovery when the nervous system stops sprinting to just survive and finally turns around and begins rebuilding. Most people never get to talk about this. I don't think many people are even told that it's even possible. But for me, that moment wasn't subtle. It wasn't vague. It wasn't imagined. It was unmistakable. It was a physical return of function on the side of my body that has always been weaker and less coordinated since the day I was born. And the only reason I'm here able to describe this, to feel this, is because of something almost nobody in the MS world talks about. A collision between two systems, potassium and niacin. Two pathways that sit in totally different corners of neurology, but when they overlap, something wakes up. Not theoretically, physically. Today we're going to unpack that.
What Steve's describing is not placebo. It's not optimism. It's not wanting to believe. It's physiology doing exactly what physiology does. Niacin's role in microglia are finally restored. The reason so few people know about this is simple: potassium's role in electrical stability and niacin's role in microglia energy and debris clearance live in two completely different silos of scientific literature. One is studied in nutrition and ion channel physiology. The other is studied in neuroinflammation and cellular metabolism. Researchers rarely put these two together. Neurologists rarely talk about them in the same conversation, but your nervous system doesn't care about academic categories. It only cares about whether its electrical signals are stable and whether its environment is clean enough to repair. And when both of those conditions are met at the same time, the nervous system doesn't just function, it evolves. The improvements aren't subtle, they're visible, measurable, and powerful.
Here's where this gets real. I've lived with hemiparesis my entire life. My right side has always been weaker, way less coordinated, less responsive. That's not MS. That's my baseline. But when MS layered itself on top of that baseline, everything that was already challenging became dramatically worse. New challenges popped up. Dragging my right foot, catching rugs, missing steps, losing balance. I didn't start falling until MS. That's when coordination turned into real instability. That's when weak became unsafe. That was my normal for years. Until recently. And what changed wasn't random. It was set to full speed with the combination of two nutrients, potassium and niacin, repairing two different bottlenecks in my nervous system simultaneously.
Let's open the first bottleneck. Potassium is not a supplement. It's not an optional nutrient. It's the electrical currency of the nervous system. Without enough potassium, nerves cannot fire. Action potentials cannot stabilize. Motor planning becomes inconsistent. Signals misfire. Muscles activate late. Balance becomes unpredictable. People think low potassium just causes cramps. No. It causes unreliable conduction. It causes the nervous system to hesitate. It causes the body to respond as if everything is on a half-second delay. But when potassium returns to optimal physiological levels, everything changes. The conduction speed becomes even. Action potential stops stuttering. The motor cortex stops guessing. And the nervous system becomes predictable again. And predictability is the foundation that all repair sits on.
And that's exactly what I felt. Suddenly, my right side quad and hamstring, the pair that have been uncoordinated since MS, entered the picture. I started firing with a reflex I haven't had for well over a decade. Not perfectly, but clearly. Stronger. More coordinated. More connected. I'm not imagining this. I'm not hoping for this. It's real. There have been multiple times where my toe has caught the edge of a rug, and instead of falling forward like I have for so long, my leg snapped out, fast, instinctively, automatic. Potassium made my nervous system cooperate. But potassium alone can't rebuild tissue. It creates an electrical environment. Niacin creates the biological one.
Let's open the second bottleneck. Niacin's flush isn't the magic. The flush is the announcement. Niacin restores NAD+. The energy currency microglia need to function correctly. Low NAD+ makes microglia panicked, erratic, inflamed. High NAD+ calms them, and when microglia calm, they finally do the job MS interrupts, clearing myelin debris. OPCs, the cells that rebuild myelin, cannot mature on top of rubble. They need clean axons. Niacin gives them that. A cleared surface, a quiet environment, a signal to begin. And when you combine biological clearance with electrical stability, the nervous system doesn't just calm, it progresses, it repairs.
This is the part that blows my mind. Because when both systems clicked, electrical and biological, I didn't need to feel hopeful. No. I didn't need to believe in the process. Not quite. I felt function returning. My legs moved. My foot corrected. My balance landed. My body reacted without thought. And after living with MS for 21 years and hemiparesis for 44, I didn't even expect that feeling to return. This wasn't an improvement in theory. This wasn't maybe I'm doing better. No. This was an improvement in real time, in real steps, in real corrections. And it keeps happening little by little, that things that are growing, gaining momentum, showing up at the edges of my day.
Here's the truth buried beneath the research silos. You won't find many studies combining potassium physiology with niacin-driven microglia regulation. They belong to different academic categories, different grant systems, different labs, different worlds. But inside the human body, these two pathways don't live in isolation. They intersect. Electrical stability makes the nervous system predictable. Predictability allows microglia to calm. Calm microglia clear debris. Clear debris exposes intact axons. Niacin restores NAD+. OPCs wake up. They begin building, layering, strengthening, and remyelination becomes possible, not theoretically, physiologically. And when that process begins, the body feels it long before a scan ever shows it.
And I feel it every single day. Not dramatic anymore, but it's in everyday moments. Moments where my right side reacts the way my left has always. Moments where coordination replaces hesitation. Moments where strength shows up that I feared would never return. Moments where it's so quiet, but it's undeniable. That's why this video matters, because people with MS are almost never told what the early signs of repair feel like. They're not told that function can come back. They're not told that thin early remyelination can mature into thick, stable, fast-conducting myelin. But I'm living it. If you've been living in that stuck place, believe me, the nervous system is not done with you. Not even close.
And that's why we're laying this out for you, not as hype, not as wishful thinking, but as physiology. These two pathways, potassium and niacin, unlock something powerful when they overlap: electrical synchronization, microglia calm, debris clearance, OPC maturation, scaffold rebuilding, and the return of instinctive movement. This is the science of momentum, the science of getting unstuck, the science Steve is feeling every day. And it's a science you can feel too.
Before I leave you, there's one more part of this that matters. The part people always ask me about. Does diet have any role in it? Because the way these nutrients show up in my body starts with the rhythm I keep. I take 5 capsules of potassium daily. Potassium doesn't last long in the body. So I spread them out. 2 in the morning, 1 at midday, and 2 again before bed. That's 2,550 milligrams total. Enough to push my nervous system out of hesitation and back into coordination. For me, that was the line where things switched from trying to responding. And on the niacin side, I take 3 capsules of 500 milligrams each. That's 1,500 milligrams of pure nicotinic acid, plus 2 of niacin, adding to a total of 1,000 milligrams. Niacin doesn't cause the flush, but it still supports NAD+ in other ways. And for me, it has been a power amplifier, a second engine in the same direction. So let me talk about the flush for a second, because a year ago, it scared me. The first time I took niacin, I felt like my skin was on fire. I actually went to the ER. I was telling the nurse practitioner there, I felt like my whole body has been dipped in heat. It was intense. It was overwhelming. But when I got home and I did more research, I was convinced of the science. So, call me crazy, but I didn't stop. Looking back, that choice changed my life. because the body adapts. The intensity drops. The duration shortens. Now, I barely even notice it most days. And when it does happen, it happens for maybe an hour, sometimes less. It's just a wave, a reminder that something underneath is switching on. And I say that because so many people get scared of off by the flush, when the flush isn't the point. It's just the messenger. Before I leave you, there's something important about potassium most people never see, because supplements are only half the story. And this gets back to my diet. The recommended daily intake for potassium is 4,700 milligrams. Most people get barely half that. And when I looked at my own diet, even with how clean and structured it is, I was only getting 2,300 milligrams from food alone. Not because my diet is unhealthy, but because it's limited, predictable, refined down to what works best for me. That gap is why 5 potassium capsules matter. They don't overload me. They just close the distance between what my body needs and what my diet naturally provides. And that matters for one reason. Your nervous system cannot coordinate without enough potassium. Mine couldn't. Not with hemiparesis. Not with MS layered on top of that. Closing that gap was the difference between instability and control. And that's where I leave you. Because this momentum isn't theory for me anymore. It's happening. And I want you to feel it too.